It's not the snobbish people at the top, but it's also not the, like, peasants at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. And reason for falling? You ate the apple, a classic. Hello there. Welcome to the Fallen Angel skincare treatment shop and salon. So, what brings you in today? You've recently fallen? Okay. Well, I can get you checked in. We're very busy right now, so you're going to have to wait a little bit, but I can help you out if you're okay with that. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, I just need a bit of information since you are a first-time client. As I said, we're very busy and we tend to be fully booked, but since I am free, I can help you out. So can I get your first and last name? Yes, the biblical. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. And when did you fall? Okay, not that long ago. Okay. How's the adjustment been? I know Earth can be very strange. Okay, and what layer of heaven were you from? Yeah, like, second, third, fourth. Oh, yeah, okay. That's not too bad. It's not the snobbish people at the top, but it's also not the, like, peasants at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. And reason for falling? You ate the apple, a classic. Okay, so you're a bit daring. Oh, this is just information. I'll explain this in a little bit, but really, depending on how you've fallen and for what reason, you tend to get different traits that can really affect, your skin and your hair and that kind of stuff. It's there's a lot of science behind it, and to be honest, I don't fully understand it. There's a reason why I'm still free when everyone else is busy. I'm still like sort of the new hire. Okay, so I think that's everything. Oh, wait, I think I see. How much are you willing to spend? Do you have any money? Okay, yeah, you do have money. Well, that's good. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, just to get things sort of squared away, I know that this is, you're fairly fresh on Earth, falling out of heaven, an angel. People will think you're in costume. Your wings tend to stand out. So if you can retract them as much as possible, it's something that you have to sort of learn, okay? It's one of those things where I don't have wings personally, but from what I understand from other angels that I've talked to, it sort of feels like sucking in your stomach, right? It's a little unnatural, but it's for the good of humanity, right? You don't want to freak them out too much. But you don't have to do that here. I'll take care of them. I'll make sure that you're, you look a little bit raggedy. I think you're molting right now, so I will deal with that as well. So really don't worry about it, okay? So how about we just get started, right? I'm sure once you leave here, you're going to feel fresh, prim and proper, right? So first thing that I'm going to do is I just want to put your hair back, right? So I just have a little hairband that I'm just going to, okay. Perfect. Okay, how is that feeling? Let me adjust it. Okay. Oh, your hair is strong, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things, when you eat from the apple, it gives you sort of a few traits, right? You're headstrong, and you're very adventurous, and you don't heed warnings. So it tends to lead to things like oily skin, to protect you from the elements, like very strong hair and feathers. As I'm trying to work, okay, there we go. Good. Okay, perfect. Okay. So now that we have that out of the way, let's just get started with. I'm just gonna wipe your face first. I think that. Have you Do you know what washing is? I know that in heaven, that you don't really have to wash up anymore. Like hygiene is not really a problem. But over here, things are dirty, right? Like things are a little bit gross, a little bit muddy, but it's okay. All right, I can take care of you. So I have a sort of these are rosewater facial towelettes. They tend to be used for removing makeup, but I find them very useful for removing dirt. So just there we go. Okay. So let me. Okay. And hold on. Just there we go. That looks good. Yeah, you're very dirty. But yeah, so since you've only been here for like a day, it's a good thing you landed for. Is your crash site? Like, did you deal with that? No, you didn't. Okay, well, I'll call the appropriate people to deal with that. Yeah, one of the things is that we try not to disturb like humans with this knowledge. Okay. Yeah, just relax. It's okay that you're not in heaven anymore. It's not really a problem. You'll get used to sort of the idiosyncrasies and hypocrisies of Earth. We currently have like an oligarchy and there's a lot of issues, but that's something that you don't really have to worry about. The main thing you need to worry about is try not to use your wings. Don't fly ever. Right? There's a lot of mechanical, like metal things flying in the sky. You don't want to encounter any of those. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Just a little scratch. There we go. Okay, how is that? Good, yeah, it's really refreshing. So, from here, I think... Do you want to deal with your wings or do you want to keep going with the face? The face is clean now, so I can work on like getting some of your pimples out. You have some like acne. Yeah, okay, I'll do your face first and then I'll get to the wings last. So then, I do have, actually this will be later. I have these Detoxify. These are very, very good, especially for fallen angels. It sort of removes a lot of the like, heavenly dust that like is all over your eyes. It tends to be something that builds up over time when you're in heaven. And it just makes everything really sparkly and beautiful, but it's not really useful here on Earth because it sort of removes that instinct to just discern when you should be frightened. So it's like you need to sort of take it out, right? So I'm just gonna open this up. And so this is something that we'll just put on your eye, just sort of right below it. It'll depuff and make sure that you don't have any, like I said, like any of the heavenly dust, and it'll depuff your eye, okay? So that's the main reason why we're going to be doing this. Okay. packaging is interesting. Okay. So I'm just going to take the little thing, and I'm just going to take some and put it on you. Okay? There we go. There we go. Just wiping it on like that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and you can see, you can feel the glow of like the unnatural glow of beauty is sort of moving and leaving your face and your eyes and your sight, right? This is something you have to get used to. The world is a really grim place. That's something that you don't really get to have in heaven. It's what you get for eating the apple. But what am I I guess some people just are too curious. Okay, just a little bit more here. Yeah, it's nice and cool against the skin, yeah. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, perfect. Let me put that back. Yeah. So did you have a lot of friends in heaven? A bit of a loner? That's understandable. It's hard to make friends in heaven. Everyone's so happy, and they don't have a lot of desires anymore, so there's not much that they can really like, what are you gonna do, call them over and have like a karaoke night? Like, you've done that for an eternity. I get that. Okay, so now we're gonna move on, and we're gonna move on to a face cleanser. Now, this is very important for fallen angels. It's again by Pix or Pixie. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still new here. But this is really important because a lot of fallen angels will have differing effects, and this will help with your specific one. You ate the apple, and that just means that you're going to start forming a thick layer of oil and crust on your skin, and that's just going to be a part of your life from now on here on Earth, right? It's sort of like, think of it as like God's punishment, right? And so this is just meant to counteract that a little bit. It is going to have to be a daily maintenance thing, so this is available for you to purchase if you would like. It's really like not a big deal. This is like a completely new formula, right? So I'm just going to take some, put it on my finger here. Okay. Okay, and just wipe it on your face. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so what this is going to do is really just break down and turn them into nice, like, nutritious minerals for your skin. Yeah, it's specifically made for angels. Yeah. And then once this is over, you naturally have a beauty that is very unnatural to mankind, and what I mean by that is that people will be not only like entranced by your beauty, but incredibly lustful, and so you're going to find after your treatment here that you're going to wield a lot of social power, right? So really just use that responsibly, and the form that you'll sign on the way out will make sure that we are not liable for anything that you do. But you're a fallen angel, it's not like you're a devil. Okay, let me just, there we go. Yeah, let me just look at, okay, yeah, you have really soft skin. Yeah, once I put this on, like it turns into really nice and soft skin, honestly. I guess it's a perk of being an angel. Okay. Let me get a little bit more, I think. Right now. Okay. Just trying to squeeze a bit, but not too much. If you put too much, then it, almost like kind of sort of melts your face. Okay. Yeah, other things that could happen is that if you decided, instead of eating the apple, you like spoke to the snake or something, then you're deemed like a something like a harlot or whatever. So you come down and all of the effects are now different, right? You suddenly have really soft skin, but not just soft, like it ruptures incredibly easily. And it just is something that it's another thing you have to deal with, right? Your head stops being a properly formed, like, adult head. It sort of stays in that infant stage where it's malleable. So, seeing that kind of angel, sometimes they'll come in here and it's just right after the crash. And they'll come in and their head is like fully flat, right? Like the backside of their head is just flat. And it's wild, it's just really crazy. How did I get into this business? Oh, well, it's a funny story, really. My great grandmother was a fallen angel, actually. I don't know what that makes me, but so I've always known about fallen angels. It's always been something that's been a part of my family. And so when I saw the job posting for this, I was like, oh my God, I have to apply. And thankfully, it wasn't a ghost job. There's so many of those. Just a little bit more here. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to move on to your pimple patches. It's been revealed from the cleanser that we did that you do have pimples, and it's okay. It's just part of natural angelic life. And while I put this on, I do have to warn you, okay? It's not nothing about the pimple patches. It's something that I need to warn you. I think I failed to mention it beforehand. Don't try to fly to heaven. I know I mentioned about the mechanical devices, but I failed to mention about the sun. It's up is not up on Earth, right? It's all topsy-turvy. There's like the Milky Way and okay, and then let me just, there we go. So don't do that. You'll kill yourself and it will be real sad for everybody, okay? So just don't do that. Okay. There we go. Yeah, just because God has forsaken you and brought you to Earth doesn't mean that you need to, it doesn't mean that your life isn't worth something, right? And we do have support groups. Not here. No, not here. But there are support groups. I say we as in like mankind has support groups. They're human-led. Turns out fallen angels don't have a great sense of organizational skills. I don't know what was that about. Anyway, now I just need the last thing, which is I'm going to spray some rose water on you. And then after that, I'll just wipe your face, like dry it, and we'll move on to the wings, okay? So, we've got this right here. It is a nice, like, rose water, matte and warad. And it is truly wonderful. This is a really, really good formula. I don't know if they make it specifically for angels, but it doesn't hurt, right? So just stay still and stay still and perfect. Okay, so now I'm just going to take, where is it? There we go. Yeah. I'm just going to take a cotton pad, and I'm just going to wipe it in, right? We want to make sure that this sort of stays. So just, there we go. Perfect. Look at you, all sparkly now. Yeah. What do you think you're going to be? Oh, like career-wise. What's a career? Oh, you're so fresh. I forget about this. So career is sort of like what I'm doing, right? It's working at a place for money. Well, you have money, so what? It's your inheritance? What do you... Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna ask. Even fallen angels are nepo babies sometimes. I guess that's just a fact of life. But that's okay. Just because you're a nepo baby doesn't mean you don't deserve some skincare. Okay, there we go. Okay, now that that's over, we're just gonna do your wings and we should be all good to go. Okay then, for the wings, I'm just going to use this brush. And I'm just going to brush them. What this is going to do is, because you're molting, a lot of your feathers still have the coating on them. They're not fully out yet. And like, I'm sure they're very itchy. This does a really good job of just really scraping that off, right? And like really like taking off that like wax layer. So you're going to feel a bit of discomfort, but it's not going to be painful. All right, like nothing about this is going to be painful. So just if you see still, yeah. Do you feel that? Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking up here at your wing. Just go following that bone, and then really just. And just nice and slow and soft. Yeah, you won't believe it. I mean, no one really knows about fallen angels, but there is a horrible pickup line about you guys in general, and it's not very good. Yeah, I won't deign to repeat it to you, lest I be well, I would, but it's really against company policy. Yeah, they want us not to say anything that will make angels fear and or feel discomfort or uncomfortable around humans, because we do like severely outnumber you. And aside from your wings, you don't have any real powers, so it would turn into like a nightmare for you guys. I'm like positive. Okay. Perfect. Maybe just a little bit more. I see a bit. Okay. Okay. Now that that's done, we do have one thing. Well, do we have one thing left? What do we have? Yes, we do have one thing left. Yes, and this is my first time, so I mean, I'm a little bit not rusty, but a little new at this. But we can't leave you with the nails that you have right now. This is one of those things. Sometimes you have claws, sometimes you have nails. I think for an adventurer, like someone who is incredibly adverse to rules and regulations, you definitely have nails. Because you're not a fighter now. You didn't like kill somebody to become fallen. So what I'm gonna have to do is, your nails are a little bit fuzzy, and what I mean by that is that it's almost like a little bit moldy, right? It's like that kind of like fuzzy mold. So what I'm gonna have to do first is cut some of the mold off, and then I'll snip your nails. And then once that's over, I'll file them, and it should be good to go. Okay. Okay then. So just give me your hand, please, and okay. Okay. Other hand, please. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, and so we're just going to clip them now. Just regular nail clippers. Yeah, if you had claws, it would be a whole thing. I'd have to assess whether they're sort of more feline or more canine, and then go from there, because the cutting utensils tend to be different. But luckily, you can share what we have in terms of human nails. So just, yep, one hand. Yeah, one of the side effects of being a fallen angel, as I can see, is that you have many fingers. It's really not a big deal. You can still grip and hold things. It probably makes you more dexterous, but try to hide that as much as possible. When you use gloves, put 2 per hole, right? Just really try to, 6 fingers tends to be interesting. It's a fun little like party, not a trick, but it'll be interesting and novel. 7 is a bit weird, right? Like 7 per hand. Whoa. Anything more than that, like you, I would say it'll start making people suspicious as to what's going on. Okay. Perfect. Okay. And that'll be it. Okay. How are you feeling? You're feeling good? Okay. Well, thank you for coming to the salon. We really, really, really appreciate it. And, please leave a good review for me. I will call to make sure that your crash site is perfectly done and taken care of so that nobody knows a thing, okay? All right, well, enjoy your time on Earth. If you die soon, I'm sorry. Okay.